Becca featuring Tiwa Savage.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah,
and I've noticed that Becca now has a lot of Nigerian flavor in her music, you know.
Well,
and I tend to listen to a lot.
Isn't that obvious?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I love Davido a lot, and now Burna Boy is my, you know. And then there's a new one called Palanga by Mr. Easy.
Oh yeah.
If we can go onto YouTube, right?
No, we're not going there. We're talking about the love experience. Only because, you know, I'm going to ask you if you've purchased that ticket. If you don't want me to,
I did. I'll shame you. I did.
Okay.
On Saturday.
I'm going to put you to the
700. Test. Yeah.
You're not sleeping.
Oh, I have a house at Ajeko. Why should I go and sleep? You see, some of these things that you do, you embarrass me. People have been telling me you've been embarrassing me. 700, I have a house. I just drive 1 hour and go to...
Okay, listen, that's fair. That's fine. I'm just...
700, I bought tickets.
The option I gave you was not the 700, it was the 2,000, where you sleep,
I didn't hear.
Wake up and have breakfast. But you can just top up.
I have to apologize. I didn't hear that one.
Top up. Only 300 top up.
Actually, I was owing school fees from when the kids
That's
office, so I used it to pay. And you know, my children's school, now they pay through mobile money now, so I just did mobile money. So now
I'm supposed to believe that.
Oh, but I believe.
Never. Listen, guys.
Hello, Mashago.
Let's tell you what's
teaches
happening.
at Baku Secondary. Good morning.
Well, he can testify.
Hello, please buy this for your wife, Juliet.
That's the love experience we've been talking about. Becca and Kwamina on that bill at the Labadi Beach Hotel. We're in the month of love, so it's just a couple of days away now. It's a concert night, wine dine. That's what Roland is going for 700 Ghana cedis per couple.
Don't follow me. Go for 2,000.
Alternatively, you could actually get a room, a beautiful room at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Wake up, have breakfast, but also go through the other experiences as well. Lots of gifts to give away. So kindly give us a call. You have to book a place before the 14th of February. I love you. So 0540 is the number. 0540 106 466. 0540 106 466. You know, sometimes we hear some of these events and we just you know, you don't make a big deal out of it.
That's right.
But listen, when was the last time you did something really special with a person that you say you love? We all don't have time. We're always rushing. Look at us. We get here at whatever time.
Yeah.
You get home at a very crazy hour.
You say get here. Don't say when you wake up.
And you wake up, yeah. So just make, and sometimes it's easy when we're organizing and you take part. Because when you say you do it by yourself, you never get to do it.
There's one, I'm getting the 2,000 bouquet for Salifu Combat and the wife Flora. You know, Salifu Combat lives in Boku.
Did he agree to, because I
called him up, today I'm going to firm it up. Salifu Combat in Boku. You and your wife Flora, 2,000 from me.
Stop celebrating Val's Day where you are.
Come down.
Exactly. Choose a different venue. Have fun. Have fun, man. And put all the phones away. No phones.
Yes, true.
Just you and her.
On the beach.
Yeah.
You know, Ghana Beach too, so flavor, nice flavor.
Okay, you know, Labadi Beach has an exclusive beach. So
that's what I'm talking about.
So nobody can come and invade your privacy.
I think before Friday, we have to go and take picture of how the place is.
I have to see your ticket first.
The 700 I bought. Oh, it's home.
Then we'll get
I should bring it.
Yes. Take a shot. It's not like
I'm protecting it, though. I'm protecting the 700.
I know who to call.
I know that you go
Should I call?
Ticket. Oh, you can. I'm telling you truthfully. But it's supposed to be a surprise. But let's get on to the newspapers.
Let's do the newspapers. I've got a very cute birthday, birthday dedication to make. So there's a cute little boy who turned 3 yesterday, and he's actually my nephew. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be. So Kenneth Obeng Alassani of Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute, it was your birthday yesterday. You turned 3. Happy, 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 happy 3rd birthday to you. It's from mom and dad, from your siblings as well. Yesterday was a special day as well, because if you turn the date backwards, you could write it the same way, and it doesn't happen often. So you're a pretty special boy. So happy birthday to you. Enjoy I hope that you had fun yesterday, but you're even going to have a lot more fun in school today. So happy 3rd birthday to Kenneth Obeng Alassani of Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute from the entire family. Now let's get on to the newspapers now, shall we, Roland?
Yeah.
The Finder, the Ghanaian Times, the Daily Dispatch, and the Daily Statesman. Those are the papers I have. If I asked you, you say the rest. So let's start with the Finder newspaper. Front page of the Finder, here we go. Over 5 million euro Airbus bribe, which elected government official and brother were involved. Well, that's the question, because if you look at details of that judgment, it gives clues. Intermediary 5, intermediary 1, but it doesn't mention names. So you have to be smart about it. So, you know, and arrive at a certain conclusion. That's what a lot of people have been doing. I guess that's why the question, which elected government official and brother were involved. We will talk about that here on the show. Political parties to receive final electronic voters register in mid-October. That's according to the Electoral Commission. We'll be talking to the Electoral Commission this morning on our show as well. Shelve Unipass and demand proven value above existing systems. That's the call from Imani. Also, Malta High Commissioner promises to support Nana Addo's entrepreneurship agenda. By way of headlines, that's what you'll find in the Finder newspaper. Let's do the Ghanaian Times next. Front page, 10,000 employees on payroll illegally. Auditor General vows to remove them if, and there's a continuation on page 50. What happens before we can get rid of this? Okay, so a payroll audit by the Auditor General has uncovered that over 10,000 employees have either no justification or sufficient information to continue drawing salaries from the public purse. It has therefore asked the affected employees to make themselves available for enumeration from January 28 to February 11 at the Audit Service headquarters, Accra, to avoid allowance and surcharge. This was contained in the press statement signed by Mr. George Swansea Winfield, the Deputy Auditor General of the Central Government Audit Department. It said, notice is hereby given that the Auditor General intends to disallow the continuous existence of all unaccounted for employees on the payroll and surcharge the amounts involved against heads of departments, heads of the management units, and the persons involved.
10,000.
10,000. The affected persons are required to carry with them the Audit Service Headquarters biometric registration form, SNITS biometric card, pay slips, appointment letter, recent promotion or upgrade letter, or academic certificates, and at least 2 national identification cards, the voter ID, passport, driver's license, and the National Health Insurance Scheme. Additionally, they should provide approval letter for study leave with pay or without pay, gazettes or affidavit for change of name, contract renewal letters for pupil teachers or contract employees, and any other relevant document relating to their employment. Ha! I hope that you're not affected, but if you are, kindly gather the necessary documentations as well. Let's go back to the front page of the paper. Tanochrome Methodist Church members die in road crash. Also, President Ashanti Region Christian Council raised funds for National Cathedral. And then halt Unipass takeover of ports. Imani urges government. That story in the Finder also finding itself in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. President begins Savannah Upper West Region's tour today. On the back page of the paper, Wafa silence only in Accra. Hearts Pip Dreams FC. Liberty Kotoko SharePoint. We have a Ghana Premier League conversation on the show today.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about it because, you know, we started the league and we're going to be tracking how far we've come. We will talk about the highs, the lows, the challenges, you know, the violence. Is the love back indeed? That's the big question. Is the love back? So you can get involved in this conversation that we'll have after 8 a.m. here on our show. Let's do the Daily Dispatch newspaper front page. Tension brews among some NPP MPs as majority leader justifies protection of some MPs in Ashanti. The full story is on the back page. We'll read a bit of it for you. There are credible indications. Okay, no, not the story. Where's the story? Let's see. Full story on, no, full story on page 2. I beg your pardon. So let's go to page 2 on this. One of the slippery moments in the quest of the NPP to retain power in this year's election is to avoid potential loss of over 400,000 votes to its presidential candidates if its parliamentary primaries on April 25 this year are not handled well. And it's actually a write-up. So if you're interested in the headline, I guess you have to read all the details of the analysis that they give on page 2. Back on the front page, KB Kwanson on vendetta and victimization in Ghana. Also, why South Africa's Endlovo gin, Roland will know how to pronounce this because, you know, it's alcohol. Made from elephant feces. Oh, gosh, it's a hit. Would you drink alcohol?
I think the best
made
person
from elephant
to speak to would be Maps.
She'll
come to do
showbiz.
Yeah.
So we asked about the gin that's made from elephant feces, and apparently the people in South Africa love it. Yeah. I doubt though if many of them know that it's made from elephant feces.
Oh, I'm sure they know.
But if it tastes good, who's complaining?
Yeah.
Alcohol is alcohol, isn't it?
Yeah, rum.
Also, government to probe over 300
no,
missing Galamsey excavators. Over 300 missing excavators. I had somebody come to work in my house on Saturday. We're listening to News File together, and like Charlie, he just kept shaking his head.
The guy is a good citizen of Ghana. He's concerned for Ghana, or he or she is amused.
And then he said, Charlie, like, doesn't even make sense. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
You know, sometimes. Anyway.
All right, so the Daily Statesman, that's the last newspaper that I have. Front page of the Daily Statesman. NLA empowers farmer with 126,000 in Ghana cedis. Mahama in biggest corruption scandal. JDM's aircraft chop deal at the central bribery case in UK court. Now, this is the only newspaper that's perhaps put a name to all the clues that was given in that judgment. We will go into the detail of it, but it's interesting where the Daily Statesman is coming from with this. Mahama in biggest corruption scandal, JDM's aircraft chop deal at central bribery case in UK court. Are they speaking directly to it in terms of intermediary 1 or intermediary 5? I guess we wait to see.
Well, talking about who is intermediary 1 and intermediary 5, it looks like the custodian and the daily guide, they follow suit, just like the Statesman start. And so the custodian has on the front page, Mahama NDC courting €3 billion Airbus bribery scandal. The fine is $3.9 billion US. We have to put that, but we'll tell you all that when we bring you a wrap up of what the court outcome is, and also from the Serious Fraud Office, and tell you what the latest statement is from our president, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, signed by the Director of Communications of the Presidency. Now, government to also inject some 700 million Ghana cedis into school feeding and the livelihood empowerment against poverty program. We also have Rex as a Regional Security Council Chiefs chat for lasting peace in Batenga. And we know that trouble has been brewing with related burning of houses, etc., being reported by JoyNews, especially over the last. Malta pledges support for NEIP. We also do have Daily Guide. Mahama government in €5 million Airbus bribe scandal. That's the Daily Guide. That's on the front page. Mahama government in €5 million Airbus bribe scandal. Has an attack picture of the former President John Dramani Mahama. We also do have NDC hopes dash over new register. On the side, we brought you and told you the news about the passing of one of my favorite high life musicians in the modern day or contemporary high life, Kofi B. He passed on after a show he had in Cape Coast, the Central Regional Capital, and it's captioned "High Life Star Kofi B dead." We also have Peace Council under MPP control, says John Mahama, and back page is full of sports. We brought you the custodian. Let's go to the Go Street Business. The Go Street Business has on the front page, BOG, willing, able to defend city through 2020, is captured on the front page. Policy rate stable at 16%, sixth time running. The paper captures it, but they also do have all the market numbers, how the Ghana cedi is trading at the buying and selling rates against the major international currencies. We have the US dollar, pound sterling, all rates 7.1, 5.4, etc. So it depends on which one you want. Meanwhile, SME financing initiative set for completion in Q1. That's Q1. Let's go to the last paper I have. We have the Business and Financial Times. Only 8% of funds recovered from collapsed banks. That's what the Bank of Ghana is telling us, led by its governor, Dr. Addison. His picture is captured on the front page of the Business and Financial Times.
Only 8%.
Only 8% of funds recovered from collapsed banks so far. Well, if it was even me, if I owe the banks, I'll say I don't have it. I'll quickly hide my assets. Quick.
Really? Very unpatriotic thing to say this morning, Roland.
Okay. I'm unpatriotic.
You should regret that.
I've retracted my statement. Can we rub it off what I said? I've retracted. Stop Unipass takeover of ports, money to government. And then we also do have on the front page, Cocobot to rehabilitate some 37,850 hectares of unproductive cocoa farms. Helping pineapple farmers access the...
Do it. Don't tell us you intend.
Yeah, well, that's what we always do. We tell it
do it and let's report that you're
pipeline.
Doing. See, why don't they do it so that you report they are doing?
Or they've done it.
Yeah. If not, we've done it.
To rehabilitate 37,000 hectares of unproductive
get down
cocoa
to
farms.
it. You know?
But I think for cocoa, but they do very well in that regard.
Nobody has said they don't do well. We're just talking about one story.
Yeah, true.
Said they should do it.
Do it. Cocobot, do it. I think that'll be it.
All right. We will go to myjoyonline.com. We've got two international stories also to share with you. One happened in Tanzania, but there's one that happened in the UK. It has to do with a rapper who is said to have hired a hitman to kill his mother. It happened when he was just 23 years. Now he's 30 years, and he's been sentenced to 99 years in prison. The person who did the killing got 100 years. We'll share that story with you. But first, we have to do myjoyonline.com. Before myjoyonline.com, though, we've got a dedication. Yes, to do.
Yeah, okay. And before myjoyonline.com, we have to say that it was your birthday on 31st of January. I remember I did this, but I'll do it again. Nana Odzia Kopa Kofi Okun, that's chief of Ikumfi Mroboto and Dabrehin of Ikumfi traditional area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Belated birthday to you, sir. We hope that
I wished him that day too.
Yeah. All right. Just checking, because it was a weekend. I'm sure if there was a party. Let's do myjoyonline.com real quick. Myjoyonline.com. Here we go. Roland. Ekufuado to visit Savannah Upper West regions. That's the president's latest tour. Fire guts Bemakam Battalion Market. That reminds me, fire also gutted one of the structures at the officers' mess. One
Again.
of the So, but when it has to do with the military, Charlie, who are you going to ask? You have to ask the military, right?
Definitely.
Okay, former government officials were not bribed by Airbus. Former Attorney General denies reports. So Marietta, stepping in and commenting. But after sports, we will talk about this in detail. So we'll give you all the angles here on the show. Airbus corrupted Ghanaian public officials between 2009 and 2015. British court documents reveal. So that's the beginning of the conversation. Also on myjoyonline.com, this day, social media react to High Life singer Kofi B's death. Absolutely tragic, especially when he performed in Cape Coast. Right after his performance, then he started complaining, and then not long after, dawn on Sunday, he passed. Let's move on. Okay. Police investigate 6 Chinese for allegedly torturing worker in Central Region. Coronavirus first death outside China reported in Philippines. We'll give you updates as well. But let's talk about these two other stories. Oh, and then, of course, our top story, Akufo-Addo tax special prosecutor to probe government officials in Airbus bribery scandal. So that's the latest for us. We're following, I guess, Malaysia. We know that a minister has already resigned, and they're probing into that. But let's do the BBC real quick on this story, which we're going to play to you. An aspiring rapper has been sentenced to 99 years in prison after paying to have his mother killed. What him doing is, after the mother's death, he actually went to withdraw monies from his mother's account.
The payouts for the
and
insurance.
In one of his performances, he was sharing the money. He was just sharing. So he was just spending. And this happened when he was 23, and now he's 30. He's gotten some 99 years. And the person who did the killing, so the mother was asleep. She was shot dead in her sleep. Like, she was sleeping. The guy entered the room and just shot and killed her. Yeah. And this is the mother that, if you read the entire story, had given him everything. Everything, really, supported his career. But his latest, as in the vehicle that he was driving, there was a stampede. This has to do with a church, a crusade, and 20 people have died, 14 others injured. Yeah. Jesus is not in some oil, yeah. So, essentially, this prophet had poured oil in one of the exits, so everybody exiting had to touch the oil somehow. Meanwhile, there were 3 exits, and this oil had been poured in one of the exits. So everybody wanted to touch, and the first people were pushed down. People pushing those ahead of them. People walked over them.
You also heard about the message from Prophet Tobiri, or Pastor Tobiri, the man whose microfinance company is at the center of some litigation.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, he says that all those who wanted to bring him down and his church down, they are spouses, or they're not going to give birth to children, they will become senile. Sometimes we need to belong to common sense family.
Yeah, and I even said 14.
Common sense family.
16 people injured now, battling it
common sense family.
People
even
dead.
If you don't belong to
Jesus is not in some oil. When would we get that?
Family.
Oh, Benedict, tell me you believe that Jesus is not in some oil.
Antoinette, Ofebia Sante, you are with the Agomeda Hospital.
Jesus is not in...
Antoinette.
Antoinette knows that Jesus is not in
Antoinette,
oil.
Ofebia Sante, Agomeda Hospital, you're a lab technician.
Jesus is not in oil. Benedict.